From the greatest soccer city in America, the gateway to the West, it's St. Louis Ambush Soccer versus the Dallas Sidekicks at Family Arena. Joey Zanaboni alongside my best friend Matt Rocchio. A win today to start the final month of the season for the Ambush would go a long way, would bring us within 2 points of a playoff spot.
That's one way to put it. I would say this is an absolute must-win for the Ambush. 8 games left on the schedule, 6 of them against the bottom 6 teams in the league. You can't lose a single one of them if you want to be playing in the playoffs.
And looking to build on the momentum from Friday night, Ambush beat Utica 10-9. James Thomas, Chili Willie SK, just phenomenal.
Not about who's getting the goals necessarily in this game, Joey. It's about when the goals are coming. The Ambush have yet to win a game when the other team scores first. That's got to be something we circle right now. Score early, score often, or this could get tricky.
SK, Thomas combined for 6 will have to stay high scoring against a Dallas team that's also fighting for a playoff spot. They've got Jamie Lovegrove. They don't have Colin O'Keefe. We do.
Yeah, that's going to be a big part. We saw O'Keefe's impact in that game earlier on Friday. He was big, and you got to slow down Jamie Lovegrove. Luckily, the track record for the Ambush defense over the last few games, stopping big stars, has been pretty good. They slowed down some of the big stars for Utica. Let's see if they can do it again tonight.
Ambush Sidekicks start right after this on MASL TV.
Restore Chesterfield is the official wellness and recovery center for your St. Louis Ambush. We offer cryotherapy, IV drips, hyperbaric oxygen, and so much more. Bring your ticket stub and receive 1 free core service. See you soon, and go Ambush!
MITRE is the official game ball supplier of the Major Arena Soccer League. Established in 1817, MITRE is one of the leading soccer brands worldwide and produces some of the best soccer balls in the world. Learn more at mitre.com.
From the gentle ripples of a pleasant Mississippi River to the rapturous, patriotic chords inside the brightly lit Family Arena, it's time for soccer in St. Louis. The St. Louis Ambush and the Dallas Sidekicks about to kick it off for the second time this season. Head coach Jeff Locker looking for a second W against the Kicks this year. Ambush in the early part of the season, December,
took one on a mistake by that man. Parker Lackland misplayed a ball badly with 80 seconds left to play. Will Niamsi took it away and flushed it. Ambush won at 5-4. Niamsi since traded to Utica. Frank Tayu part of that W. He's now with Milwaukee. Ambush with a new and youthful look and some different dimensions to this team as we get ready to get started at the Family Arena. Pollo Cortez, we don't often see him to open games, but he'll split time with Paulo. There's two goalies on that sidekick side as well. Lackland, he is getting it going with the Matthew McConaughey Wolf of Wall Street as Paulo and Pollo go through the opening drills. Joey Zanaboni, Matt Rocchio, we're like Paulo and Pollo, except our names are not quite that similar.
Yeah, we have got the vowels at the end, though.
Rocchio, Zanaboni, you're exactly right about that. And you're exactly right about, I think, slowing down big stars on other teams. Jamie Lovegrove is across the leaderboard in the MASL. How do we slow down Lovegrove this fine evening?
I think it's going to be a simple thing. When I was talking about that, obviously Utica didn't have their big name, the best scorer in the league in Oliveira. But, we talked about De Andrade in that game. They were able to slow him down for the most part until the fourth quarter. But honestly, I think everything that happened in that fourth quarter, it's so different and in a vacuum because of the sixth attacker business that throw all that out there. Look at what they did to a guy like Andrade. Look at how they slowed down Dantas of Utica City. Across those first three quarters, and I think that's the kind of game plan they have to play against Lovegrove. A little physical, throw bodies in front of him, block shots, but also a big part of that was just some really poor shooting by Utica City. So if Dallas can be a little bit more surgical in their finishing, it'll be a different game.
They have struggled as of late, lost 9 of 11, including 7 in a row at one point. Meanwhile, the Ambush have caught them in the standings. Both teams to enter play today, 15 points. 5 points behind idle 8th place Tacoma. So there's a lot of room to move up. Ambush, a W in regulation, would go a long way, and it's a special one at Family Arena. Ambush players are wearing a special Kick Cancer Awareness jersey today. You can bid on your favorite player's jersey by visiting stlambush.com. All proceeds will benefit the Siteman Cancer Center Discovery Fund. Very important cause on Kick Cancer Awareness Night in St. Charles, Missouri, just outside of St. Louis. David Balliet, in a town that's been so known for St. Louis stars. He's a star himself, social media sensation, standing on the lily pad, about to activate things for the green-clad Sidekicks. Lackland in a multicolored kit in the back. On the other side, Pollo Cortez. He is in the high lighter yellow. Pollo does draw the start today.
I think it makes sense too. 2 days and three days. We talk about the way they switch out at half to keep both these guys healthy. So they just kind of make sense. Paulo got the start on his bobblehead day. Go ahead and flip the script. Give Pollo the first half. Give Paulo hopefully a little bit of an easier time with a lead in the second. Have to imagine that's the goal. Because again, going back to what I said, Joey, earlier, Ambush are 0-8 when their opponent scores first. So they really got to pick this one up and score early.
Balliet scored his first goal of his MASL career in Family Arena in 2024. Waiting on the go of Elvis Osmatovic. And there it is right there. Balliet makes his way to an extra half second. Off we go. Second of 3 meetings between these two teams this season. The final one's deep in the heart of Texas on March the 25th. Lackland takes it to the referee crease.
You said it. I don't think people heard the clap, though, but I did it.
I'm sorry. I think they caught it.
Good, because, you said it. You got to finish with the clap.
Deep in the heart of Texas. That's Matt Rocchio on percussion for you. I'm Joey Zanaboni on the vocals.
I'll always do a little sing-along like that. Fans in the stands clapping their hands.
One of us is famous for sing-alongs, right? At least.
Oh, dang it. We're going to have to do that at some point tonight.
A long ball. Pollo gets to it. Axel Chikute heads it off the wall. Dylan Hundelt and Will S.K., a couple of all-stars, link up around the center of the field. Nestor Hernandez, Mr. Superman, starts it gondoliering back toward Lackland, pushing forward to Felipe Silva. 1 minute in, nada. MASL soccer action on MASL TV. Robert Williamson, 28-year-old from the Milwaukee Wave. He looks special against Utica. Defender acquired for Frank Tayu in that swap. Let's see if Williamson can hold off a sidekick attack that can surprise you. How about that hustle right off the bench by the ambush to put a little spark into us here, and that's Colin O'Keefe, the former Dallas sidekick, who sprinted in against his former team.
Exactly the kind of extra push we saw from him on Friday in his first action in the ambush jersey. Already making an impact against his former team as well.
Ooh, good give and go.
Sidekicks slither into the corner. Jamie Lovegrove a little frustrated as that curdles quickly. And Thomas and Almeida. Araujo dueling against Moises Hernandez. Give and leave with Riley Uri. Araujo has the shot blocked. 2-minute mark now. Araujo down to one of our hat trick artists, James Thomas. Back to Araujo. Araujo goes to the floor. It's reclaimed by Uri. Thomas sets up high. Looks like he wants to get back to the bench. Robbie Cristo, who is not active on Friday, off the bench. He gets pushed around a bit by Moises Hernandez, and a clear foul against the much taller Cristo. Ambush will set up with it in the trench.
Yeah, Cristo told us that he'd be out here today. Wondered if he would actually make the game day roster because there's just a lot of depth right now in the ambush squad, but good to see number 11 back out there.
Mo looking for Axel Chikunte. He's a guy who's benefited getting more time up top because of this roster jigsaw puzzling. Gets a feed from Ryan Quito. Cristo gets to the ball, smashes it off the window. It's off the Rob Hotz Gummies sign. And Quito gets whistled for a foul. This will stop the clock. 12-18. Not a affair. Fans, do you have a group of 10 or more who want to attend an ambush game at a discounted rate? We're here to help. Send an email to info@stlambush.com. Christian Briggs on the defense against Balliet. Balliet lays down on a mattress in front of him. Balliet looking to the linesman. He says, all right, I heard you, fella.
Or he didn't, I guess might have been the bigger issue.
Oscar Romero hits Christian Briggs on a nice block. And Briggs comes luging through. Now Cristo, he'll come sledding through. Duduka to his right. Cristo tries to the upper 90 off top glass. And Cristo gets it under control eventually and gives it back to Hundelt. Williamson. O'Keefe, the former kick. Donnie Alberti said we've had our eye on him for a while. Played on some rocky teams in Dallas, but certainly showed great potential. Duduka, hold up, gold line, clever, SK, short stick. Knocked down by Lackland, dismissed by the Sidekicks defense. Williamson from Thomas. Robert, oh, good step over, left foot, misses at the far post. Takes a swirl, ends up through the drain. Brandon Odell tries to piece it through. It's 4 minutes elapsed now. Nada as the ambush take it back. Good find, Thomas Duduka. Rolling O'Keefe, separating from the ball. Now he gets it, bangs it into Lackland. Hulk in the corner, left foot, O'Keefe trying to fire axe it in. And gets whistled for a foul as the boot clipped into Leon Bennett.
Impressive start here for the ambush. They're providing pressure. They're getting shots on goal early. Colin O'Keefe in a dangerous spot there. Duduka almost sets him up off the wall. Scorer didn't expect Williamson to have that kind of dangerous step over, dribble, and finish kind of potential. Talked to Corey Adamson before the game, called him an elite defensive talent, but apparently some offense in that game as well.
10:45. Lackland, he's known to give it away. Araujo and Almeida can't secure it.
Araujo inches away from that.
Gets it. Uri pullback. Gets by Lovegrove. Refeeds Mo. Out of the fishbowl. Back and forth with Thomas. Araujo. And Almeida, dangerous press. Up top again with Rafa. Nestor Hernandez steps too easy. Araujo applying pressure. Almeida comes. Lackland ejects loose. Sidekicks. Hold up again. Stolen by the ambush. Araujo to Almeida! What a play! Soccer becomes croquet! Ambush lead!
And you can see time slow down, and Almeida think through his options as he's focusing Lackland one-on-one. Chooses to go 5-hole and just gets 2 of the luckiest bounces you'll see and does a little dance afterwards, because how can you not dance after you get that one? You get the little English bounce off the back heel of Lackland as he's trying to close the 5-hole. And then as it's spinning towards the corner, you get an exact perfect little bounce with the spin going the other way right inside. Inches being the difference in the start right here. And again, the ambush, 5-2-1 when they score first, 0-8 when the opponent scores first, Joey. Looking right now, you're building a foundation for another win.
And Almeida tosses the Siteman Cancer Center souvenir ball to the fans on Cancer Awareness Night at the Family Arena. 1-0 ambush. El Abuelo, Lucas Almeida strikes again. Araujo's been dangerous. That's a good combo up top, Araujo. And Almeida, Quito, Thomas, Chacunte flying forward, back push. Thomas left foot off the STLambush.com sign.
Yeah, it looks like he thought Chacunte was going to crash hard onto that far side post. Chacunte then kind of dummied it a little bit and just didn't go hard towards it, was staying in the middle ground there.
Chile with Chacunte got the take, gave to Thomas downstairs. Hernandez does everything he can to keep possession. Former member of the Guatemalan national team did that, but Robert Williamson and Duduco win it back, intercept by Williamson.
Yeah, it was a crucial play by Hernandez, by the way. The defense just to cut out that angle there. Like you said, CONCACAF veteran, had to play some talented attackers in his day.
Miniature waterfall to Duca. One of the Wallace Scora. SK and O'Keefe were lurking. Now Williamson chests one down center circle. Sidekicks pick it back up. The Sidekicks on the charge. Fabian Cruz! Pollo Cortez! It shows off the gloves. A guy who's played for FC Dallas. Cortez.
Showed off the manicure on that one. Fingertips. Keeping this 1-1-0.
8 and change left in the first quarter. This will be stopped, and it's because a little piece of padding fell off the penalty box area. This crew led by Osmatovich re-adheres it. Goal by Almeida, assisted by Araujo. After a takeaway at midfield, has the ambush up 1-0. Jamie Lovegrove into the middle. Joaquin Rivas sent it. Smashed up by Brandon Odell off that window pane. Into the mousetrap for Pollo. Jackrabbits went off the wall. Araujo. Yuri weaving with him through Lovegrove. Little battle for it against Cruz. Sidekicks trying to play possession. Yuri disrupts. Yuri trying to joust it through. Gets a bounce. Oh, he flicks it on a half volley. Just wide. Araujo. One of the Wallace score for Thomas. Instead it's Yuri. Riley Yuri! Wallace Scora! 2-0 ambush! First quarter at the Family Arena!
Joey, it's hard not to get excited about the effort level and these kind of goals that Riley Yuri can create. He's just so fast, so there's always a chance that he's going to be in a position that could be dangerous. That's another one. Just the effort plays prior to the highlight is really that we're able to show you really jumps out with Riley Yuri. He's fighting for the ball. He's getting the foot up. He's getting the ball in the air. He's chasing his own ball there. I mean, just an incredible run from Riley Yuri. All effort to build that goal.
7:40 left in the first. Ambush 2, Sidekicks nothing on MASL TV.
Starting a new business isn't simple, but B1 Bank can make it uncomplicated. I know I can count on B1 Bank to understand my vision for my business and provide banking solutions personalized to my needs. If you're looking to start or grow your own business, B1 Bank can help establish a seamless plan for future growth. Build a relationship with an accessible bank that truly understands your business needs. Connect with a B1 banker today. Learn more at b1bank.com/business.
MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. Green Drop offers a better alternative than the outdated compression sleeves and socks. Learn more or try it for yourself by visiting greendropcompression.com. Fans Take 10. That's all the time you'll need for Eric Bergrud to take you inside the game and get to know some of the biggest stars advancing the sport on and off the field. 10 for 10 airs weekly on MASL TV.
Media timeout first quarter. 7:40 left in it. Already 2 goals on the board for the St. Louis Ambush. Riley Urey. He gets the applause from this Ambush crowd as the Sidekicks try to set up top, and Ryan Quito does enough to push him back. This is a makeup game from a game that was supposed to be played in January, and it basically got snowed out. There was a mammoth, by our standards, snowstorm. And we ended up pushing this game to March. We got a QR code on the screen, top right-hand corner. Scan it right now. Clover will give you a chance to turn yourself into some fun characters. Tag us across social media at ST Louis Ambush. Get tickets to an upcoming Ambush game. Boyo Cortez. Ski ball. Turnage. Excellent. Duduka.
This is not Lackland's arena.
Parker Lackland in some trouble, and you can see the frustration.
You heard that one too.
Mounting for him.
Jeez.
Duduka, what a great turn.
He get 5-hold again? He get 5-hold again? It happened really fast. We don't have the best angle, but I think I mean, if you're a goalkeeper and you get 5-hold for 2 out of 3 goals, I mean, I don't know how you don't break. I don't know how you don't break the woodwork. You're so frustrated. That is a rough start for Lackland, but a beautiful run from Duduka. Now,
and
many
he
times
hit the
do we see
ballerina
him,
celebration afterward.
Yeah, now many times we see Duduka just put his head down and bowl through the defense like that. Usually likes to go to the hold-up play, but that time he did, and man, did it work.
Poyo picked up the assist out of the
go.
back. Even better, 3-0. Thomas, Cristo, gorgeous football. Ooh, Araujo, though. He goes down in a little bit of pain.
Second assist for Poyo, by the way. That's 2 goalkeeper assists on the season for the Ambush, both of them by number 1, showing that passing ability.
Oh,
something just popped out of somebody's.
Yeah, something
Also,
shiny
shin guard, I think.
just came out of somebody's sock, I guess.
Yeah, it looks like a shin guard.
And one of the sidekicks just kind of kicks it back. It's still floating around on their end as Cristo gets a good steal on our end. Araujo, the 6 and change.
You kind of forget that professional soccer players still wear shin guards. When you watch the game, it's just like it's such a big part of like the Little League game. When you're a kid, you just don't even like notice it in the pro game.
I'm a little bit embarrassed to admit this, but remember our first game 4 years ago?
Yes.
I was wearing shin guards to that.
You wore shin guards to that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it can be risky.
I wore long pants, so it's hard to tell, but yeah, I wore shin guards at that.
Now, did you wear like the youth ones that like cover your full calf, or did you wear like the pro ones where it's like 3 inches a square, a 3-inch square that you put in there and you call it a shin guard?
Made them out of egg cartons with my dad.
There you go.
That's the ones I use. Duct tapes and egg cartons. That's what they used to say, right?
Well, Joey, I never call a game without volleyball knee pads, so I feel the decision making there just in case.
Foul by Rivas. Yuri works it forward. Chikunte swishing. Chili. Axel. Good find, Yuri. Top of the bow and arrow. Back to Chikunte. SK had a bit of space, surprisingly, and then Hernandez slid over to block the shot. It's Dylan Hundelt who scoops it up in the back. The St. Louis Ambush against the Dallas Sidekicks. Remember, the Ambush back for a couple next weekend as well. Check out the entire schedule, stlambush.com. And I know the Ambush 2 very busy next weekend. A game each of the 3 days at the Family Arena in St. Charles. Mo NDI kind of trying to dust pan it into Chikunte. Lackland, easy pickup. All smiles so far. Ambush have done a fantastic job against a team we beat 5-4 earlier in the season. And Kicks living up to their name. Lose it off the wall. Bad pass by Josh DePriest. Now Mo loose. Pulls it against Lackland. Pushes to Chikunte! Best quarter of the season so far. Everything flowing offensively, the skill, the runs.
Great job.
The finesse to Chikunte for the finish.
The patience for Mo NDI, that's something we've been talking about. We talked about that with Mark on Friday, a lack of patience from the Ambush when they were wasting advantage opportunities, 2-on-1 opportunities, 3-on-2s, those kind of things. Here, they don't even really have the numbers. In fact, the Sidekicks are doing a good job getting bodies back on defense. Maybe they do go to Gamboa because Lackland continues to struggle, but I mean, you can't blame Lackland for that one, Joey. That is a perfect run by Chikunte and just him outrunning 2 different Sidekick defenders for position there on the back post.
Gamboa, longtime vet MASL. We've said it before. It seems a little surprising they don't use him more, but Terry Woodbury, head coach. He's won a couple of indoor championships in Dallas in the 90s. Opting for Lackland, Lovegrove. Gets it off of Thomas. O'Keefe overlaps with Cristo, gets pool cued to Duduka. It's been a tough go for Dallas. Last night beaten 10-2 by Chihuahua. Knocked out of the air by Chris Escalera. Baliet staving against Thomas. Shows off those social media skills. Look good. Cristo took it. O'Keefe. Cross Thomas to Duca. Collin pulls it back against his former keeper. Now going against his former teammate Baliet on the Tucano side. Good scrum for it. Baliet wins it away. Lovegrove's exit blocked by Cristo. 3:31. This will be the world's shortest souvenir for the fans. Duduka lurking again. Hernandez gets it off the gold line. Kicks on the board. Williamson on the defense. Drop back to Renato Torquato. What do you like? Long sleeve jerseys or short sleeve jerseys better?
I mean, I like short sleeve jerseys better, but I can understand with the carpet and the propensity to slide why you got to rock the long sleeves.
It's like camouflage when they wear this green. Hard to tell what the players are and what the turf is. Rivas taking it back beyond the gold line. Now finding Lovegrove nestled in deep. And cross, Hundelt SK toward the top of the bow. Ball gets turned back into the corner. Hundelt takes it off the wall. SK to Yuri. Hundelt rescues the touch. Lovegrove hatchets away. There's a high boot. This will come out. Ambush free kick with 2:40.
I like it they didn't make that call until after the Ambush lost possession there. Good advantage call there. Ambush were moving the ball well. Had advantage. No need to pull the whistle and stop that play.
Araujo leaving on a perch with Williamson. The Missouri State alum, James Thomas. He and SK had 6 goals against Utica together. Rocket shot. Lackland slapped it. Araujo almost redirected it into the bookshelf. SK twirls it. Oh, Thomas in the area, as is Ryan Kido. Nobody able to stuff it home. Lackland on the pluck. Gets it back in the rectangle. Skimboards it loose. Baliet looking to turn. Big Mo looking for the steal. Influences enough. Araujo goes to the take and got kind of rammed into the ground on a knee. A foul against Baliet. Baliet starting to heat up a bit. The kettle is getting hot. Steam, I think, will blow off at some point for a frustrated Sidekicks team. Kido on the break, and Kido runs into closing Bennett. Baliet, $1.45. Mo just able to do what he wants to do, even against those skills of Baliet's. Well, that's clever from Mo against Lovegrove, and Mo's going to draw a
That's got to be a
foul.
blue.
Break out the avatar
Yep,
card.
go in the pocket.
James Cameron mode. Blue card out. Ambush about to go onto a power play. And the offender is Felipe Silva. And Silva, the first to exile Island this evening. You know, he just celebrated his 30th birthday on February 22nd. Now the man from Sao Paulo, Brazil is throwing a bottle
It's been a jar.
in the penalty box. Or maybe that was one of his shin guards. I don't know. Something shiny. He's mad. Ambush are set up right next to the gold line. Hundell, SK up top. Thomas around the box. Taduka and Almeida in the corners. Hundell touching Thomas's little pass is given right back to SK. Here's Almeida just behind James. 80 seconds. This could very well carry over into the second quarter. Ambush already up 4-0. Thomas. Have him staring into the eyes of the Cobra. Now you strike. Almeida down low. Lackland grabbed a seat and grabs the ball.
Only 2 shots on goal, too, so it's not just a crazy bout of finishing that has set the Ambush up this game. They're controlling the ball, and best defense is a good offense. Best defense in soccer is controlling the ball, and they've completely eliminated any chance that Dallas could have an effect on this game so far.
After Almeida tentacled it away, Ambush quickly back on the attack. Almeida through, a little back flick by Thomas, ends up down. Taduka grabs it. Back to Almeida, under a minute, and this one's going to end up just north of the bar.
This kind of passing and resetting to keep possession is just something that did not exist in the Ambush's game on Friday.
Taduka to Thomas. Slants one through, ends up with Will SK. Up top, Thomas, 15 seconds left in the quarter. Almeida, interior! James Thomas! Bashing things like critics did with my Shania Twain cover album.
Well, it wasn't that good, Joey.
That do impress me much. Replay brought to us by Window World. Thomas on a heater. Almeida on the assist. 5 goals last 2 games for Thomas. Power play strike, 5-0 Ambush.
There's an absolutely beautiful bit of offensive football there from the Ambush there. They've been a solid power play team at home, but they have not been nearly good enough, and that was a definition of just the ball movement, the resetting, keep possession, don't let Dallas burn it into and kill this quarter early. Just an incredible amount of passing, the vision, the quick tic-tac-toe. I mean, we just don't see that from the Ambush very much this season, Joey.
And now you got 6 seconds to do it again.
Wow.
Pull
into it like that.
Cortez has an assist. He throws it downfield on Delt. Gets deflected back to Christopher on a second. Doesn't control it cleanly and doesn't get that shot off. What a start. Ambush. Puyo Cortez has a shutout. Parker Lackland doesn't. 5-0 at the end of 15. We're back at the Family Arena right after this on MASL TV.
B1 Bank has all the tools I need to make my commercial banking experience uncomplicated. From online banking to the B1 Bank mobile app, I can manage my accounts anytime, anywhere. Whether I need to quickly verify a payment or transfer funds, I know I can keep track of my finances easily and securely. At B1 Bank, you can expect access to innovative technology in addition to personalized service. Learn more at b1bank.com. B1 Bank. Be uncomplicated.
The Post Sports Bar and Grill. Use promo code AMBUSH online for a buy one, get one free cheesesteak. The Post Sports Bar and Grill. Stay posted.
Catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV and on CBS Sports Golazo. Alex Postavansky and Phil Levanko are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics.
A gentle Midwestern glow. Mardi Gras weekend in St. Louis, and Les Tombons Roulés.
Let the good times roll,
Les
Joey.
Bons Humps Roulés.
Ambush
I think
got
I'm starting to get it.
Ambush got that message in the first quarter, it appears.
Let the good times roll. You were down at Mardi Gras yesterday, right, Rockio?
I was not, no, Joey.
Nor was I. But in spirit I was, as I am every single year. In spirit,
Joey, we had a big day. We had all other 5 pro sports in
pretty incredible.
St. Louis were in action yesterday. Of course, how about the weekend being buttressed by 2 different St. Louis Ambush games? That's how we do it here in St. Louis.
And also had the Ambush 2 on Friday
There
afternoon.
we go. Yes, we did.
2
Man,
MASL games,
that
one
Iowa-
M2 game, 1 MLS game out in San Diego for the team.
That Iowa Demon Hawks, like just the program they have there. I mean, they just
Demon
they
Hawks?
they quite literally develop goals. It's not goal scorers. They just develop goals. I mean, it's insane what they're able to do in these last 2 years. I mean, the scoring from the Demon Hawks has just been incandescent.
That's what they used to call us when I was a security guard at Spirit Halloween, Demon Hawks.
I was going to say incandescent.
No, we didn't
I was
try to be
I was
lit
always
up
followed
there,
by a
Matt.
lot of
We were
moths
trying to
when I
keep-
was a security guard, so they called me the light bulb.
trying to keep out of sight. It was an undercover cop at Spirit Halloween. That's an undercover ball out of the back by Thomas. Chikunte ended up on the floor.
My close friends called me Filament.
Phil for short.
There you go.
Valiant in a tight space. O'Keefe and Thomas block it up.
In the scorebook there, Joey, we threw it up there. 12 shots on goal to 2 right now. The Ambush just completely outclassing the Dallas Sidekicks offensively.
O'Keefe
And
makes
again,
it 13.
credit to that defense because that's, I mean, the 13 shots on goal is impressive for the offense, but to hold an indoor soccer team to 2 to 3 shots on goal in just one quarter, you're not going to see that very often in this sport ever.
Williamson against Balliet in the corner. And brought down with a pair of tweezers by Lovegrove. Moises Hernandez, former Guatemalan national team member, 2015 to 2020. Airmails that, and he yells one single word as he looks skyward at that 1995 NPSL St. Louis Ambush Championship banner.
You might be projecting
Ambush,
a
though.
little bit there.
Repay the favor.
I mean, you're just an incredibly perceptive body language expert, Joey Zanaboni. Wow.
I was the person that used to analyze body language for Renee Zellweger. That's how good I am.
I hear you had a big run during the Clinton trial, too.
Back in the late 90s, me and Renee. If only you had been in those conference
A
rooms,
7-year-old
Rocky.
Joey Zanaboni just
know.
trolling around L.A. and D.C. at the same time.
Consulting. Mo Consulting, almost the post, just off to the west of it. It hits off the STLambush.com sign.
We
What
almost
a
got
shot.
the shortest souvenir in sports.
And it bounced all the way. I mean, I don't know. I've seen very many balls bounce that far. But Mo, who scored from half field in his ambush career, he knows when he gets around the goal what he likes. Yuri almost came up with a take. Torquato
I believe that
stifled by Briggs.
I believe that was our debut as a broadcast team, Joey. The last time Mo
Yeah, it was a
uncorked one from
preseason
40
against
yards out.
Wichita, yeah. Preseason against the Wichita Wings.
Dear departed.
Thomas lets it roll as Rivas stays around Pollo Cortez. Could it be a perfect half for Pollo? 2.5 minutes into the second. He's got the goose egg on the scoreboard. And Thomas has hatched a goose egg. Power play goal with about 15 seconds left. Put an exclamation point on a fantastic first quarter. Thomas, are you sure lick it again? Block shot right at the top of the box will dash their plans.
Some
Hit
fire
hard
coming out of the
into-
defense for the
Silva
Stars as well. Yeah, that was
mad, and
Felipe Silva very mad.
you get a bruise like that on the quad, I bet you'd be mad. Felipe, more than one choice word there. Now Almeida sets it up on the corner, 12-12. SK, again, Silva, well, he's fearless, or he's got a lot of icy hot.
I wish the camera would have been on him because he just did the
We'll cut that in later.
He did the most stereotypical I'm frustrated right now where you point at your teammates in really slow motion and then you point in another place where you want them to be. It was the most I'm frustrated language I've ever seen from an athlete.
Almeida. Another try! Short post. Centimeter from it. Duduka bazookas it off the wall. Cleared easily by Torquato.
Rough 45 seconds there for Silva as he took a elbow to the chest from James Thomas on that play with no call.
Apoyo. Almeida to Araujo on the back flick. Nestor steals. Once Balliet hopeful. Balliet liked it. Hundelt. Ambush have hardly given the Sidekicks offense a gasp. Araujo and Almeida stolen away by Hernandez. Skip to Balliet. Little header back to Hernandez, triangulated by Williamson and co. Lackland out of the back. Laser shot. Lovegrove on the receiving end. Williamson keeps him on the coastline. Lovegrove off the wall. Cortez tipped it. Yuri. Almeida trying to get it loose. Lovegrove. Once again, Silva gets a taste of his own medicine as Hundelt takes a luge ride in. Can't keep it in on the refeed by Pollo. Under 11, 5-0 ambush, Family Arena, St. Charles, Missouri. Lovegrove, hot on the ground, sizzles it off Almeida's boot, and it gets put up in the stands by Ryan Kido to stop the clock at 10:54.
And obviously a big problem today for the Dallas Sidekicks, just an injury bug just kind of hit him. Christian Vasquez, Isai Romero, David Teixeira, Blas Perez, a big name who usually has very good games inside of this building. Felipe de Souza and Flavio Guzman all out today.
Silva to Nestor. SK got a piece. Now Lovegrove sends it off his noggin. Off the window, off SK's head to Lackland's boot, and that's not much. Ends up taking a high hop a few rows deep. The St. Louis Ambush versus the Dallas Sidekicks. Fans, make sure you join us on March 7th as well. Join the Ambush as they give away the second pack of player cards, courtesy of Tucano's Brazilian Grill, to the first 1,000 fans. On Sunday, March 9th, bring the whole family out as it's the annual Window World Mascot Night. Fredbird, Louie, Bushwhacker, and friends will be playing soccer at halftime. It's always a great time for the entire family. Get your tickets, Ticketmaster.com. Chakunte O'Keefe can't buy a ticket to the goal. And Thomas, NDI from out deep, hits it off the legs of a planted Sidekicks defender. Swishes through to O'Keefe! Kicks the Sidekicks right into the upper shelf.
I got to know what possessed those three to put that goal celebration together. But man, how about the angle here from Colin O'Keefe? Sharp, but he's close, so you have the benefit of the roof essentially opening for you, kind of like Colin O'Keefe there. That angle gives you another place to put the ball to pass the goalkeeper, and Lackland goes low too early, opening up that part on the roof for O'Keefe to roost. What a play there! I was just about to say, Lackland, he's making the tougher saves, but the easy ones are getting by him. Certainly wasn't an easy save there that got by him. What a goal for Colin O'Keefe, scoring his first goal in an Ambush jersey against his former squad.
And Lovegrove and him, a little conversation before Lovegrove and his green-clad Sidekicks team can respond. Balliet pirouetted a shot, but easy save, or not even really a save as it was going a little offline.
Did it look like he was about to hand to God Maradona on that one before he brought it down? His hand was like right up with the ball.
Hundelt off the wall. Briggs heading it to Yuri. Turns it back to Puyo. Party's on.
Is there anyone outside of Argentina who doesn't agree that that's a handball? Just wondering. Anybody? No?
Maradona. And,
yeah, the hand of God.
Now that was against what team? It was against the English? Is that right?
That's a very good question.
I was about to say, ask Terry Woodbury.
Terry Woodbury would know. We know he knows his history. Obviously, we talked to him about that. I believe it was the 1972 FA Cup final.
Hand of God, Maradona, 80s, and yeah, it was the early 70s that he said inspired him. Arsenal fan, and he saw a last-minute goal.
Look at
the FA Cup. It is the English, right?
Argentina, England, 1986 FIFA World Cup quarterfinals. Look at you knowing England. The three lions on the other side.
Well, hand of God, breath of God, handball, wind. As long as everybody's using Listerine.
Araujo!
Parker Lackland.
Not his day.
In disbelief, Ambush fans in hysterics. 7-0.
Beautiful cut back there. Rafa Araujo just sets himself up left to right, open things up, turn the defender around, and then put the shot on it again. Chris Escalera wasn't there to stop that one, but man, Lackland was in position. He gets his hand on that one, but just another bad bounce. This could very easily, I'm not saying that Dallas could be winning this game, but this could very easily be only a 3 or 4-0 game with the quality of with some of the chances that they've been able to get by Lackland. It's been kind of surprising. Everything's going right for the Ambush here in the first half. Keep your foot on the gas pedal. Put this one away.
Lovegrove off the wall. Araujo snatches it. Rafa 3-on-2 with Almeida. Between Araujo and Kido.
19-5 is the shots on goal discrepancy. Ambush continue to just control the ball and completely control this game.
And it's so important. A win in regulation would push the Ambush to within 2 points of a playoff spot. It would do the same thing for the Sidekicks. But they find themselves on the wrong end of a 7-0 deficit. So many offensive players now freed up for the Ambush. So much early in the season directed through Frank. Almeida peeled it off the board. Chacunte and Almeida take it away. Axel back to El Abuelo. And Chacunte takes a swing at it. Ends up with it on the board. Gives to Mo. Mo creeping to the gold line. ONDI pestered. It's poked away by Leon Bennett. And Mo sends it to the stands. 7-10. Looks like the refereeing crew wants to go to the official timeout. 7 minutes left in the first half. A 7-goal lead for the St. Louis Ambush on MASL TV.
Stolen away by De Silva to Almeida. In little flip! Oh! It's back on the line! No, it's not! What a performance from Robbie Cristo, and what a nifty finish.
The Post Sports Bar and Grill. Use promo code AMBUSH online for a buy one, get one free cheesesteak. The Post Sports Bar and Grill. Stay posted.
Start of quarter number 2, part number 2. Silva short on it with Lovegrove. Ambush 7, Sidekicks. Well, they are temporarily down. Let's see if we can make it permanent. And Cristo looking to spin with that. And pretty to him from Deduca. It's distributed along by Lackland. Valiant encounters Turbulence. And fans, the Ambush back again Friday, March 7th at 7:05 against San Diego. Purchase the family pack to get tickets and dinner for 4. Visit stlambush.com/family pack for more info.
Joey, I do think we need to point out that this is not the only St. Louis versus Dallas matchup being played right now, as the Stars and the Blues are currently in action right now. The Stars just took a lead over the Blues, so I say score 3 more goals tonight, St. Louis. Put a little stamp on and get some revenge for our boys on the ice.
Now it's not 7-0 Stars, is it?
No, it's just 2-1 Dallas down on the ice.
That's much better.
Much better, yeah, much more manageable, yes.
O'Keefe.
And despite them being in a ring too, just not nearly as high scoring. Very disappointing. The goalies get all that padding. It's kind of cheating.
Indoor soccer is often compared to hockey, right?
I mean, no, but playing the similar arenas.
We've called it hocker. That's
We
played
talk about-
through by Pollo, but off the heel of a sidekick
We
defender.
talk about hockey assists. It's more of a lacrosse kind of comparison, I'd say.
lacrosse.
Well, I mean, think about the scoring. Usually, you can get like 14 to 12 kind of games. You know, we've had those in you get the back and forth scoring, blink and you'll miss kind of moments. Although that is kind of the hockey has those blink and miss moments. You're only going to get 4 or 5 a game, but
That's why I never
quite
blinked.
literally you can blink and miss an entire play set in hockey.
If I miss it, it wasn't because I blinked, because I never blinked.
There you go. That's a little disconcerting.
Pollo
for people.
fights it forward, Yuri! Off his hip, sprays out. Araujo! Oh, Lackland! Doesn't lack dive. Went full extend and gets a piece.
Went full Lackland there, if you know what I mean.
Does not lack land. He covered a lot of real estate. Yuri.
I mean, he was completely lacking the land. He was like fully in the air.
Parker or Lackland.
How about Pollo just deciding, you know what, we're up 7-0. I can risk it.
Oh, Juan Gamboa, I'm sure, is champing at the bit to get in. Almeida.
It was the most 3-0 Bayern Munich's up, and Manuel Neuer wants to try something fun I've ever seen in the indoor game. Just Pollo like, yeah, we can try something. I can go try a slide tackle at the top of the box. You know, who cares if the ball bounces randomly to a player in green and he's got a wide open goal 40 yards down the lane? Why not? Let's have some fun.
Williamson being jostled by Odell.
It's not like that mentality almost bit us in the ass on Friday.
Keto playing back to Thomas. Now, the Ambush had leads that made the coaching staff, Donnie Alberti telling us before the game, made the guys maybe feel like the game was over.
Yeah.
And then it got really interesting at the end. It was 10-9 with 30 seconds to go. SK was in the box for 5 of the final 5-17.
And that's
Pardon,
different.
5:30, I should say, really. And he came back with 30 seconds to go, and it was just one of those things without him and some of the inspiration. That was part of it, but we let down Mo crashing through his Almeida.
And I think people are going to look at it and be like, you're not that's not a reasonable comparison. That was a 4-goal deficit that got erased in the fourth quarter. And so in my opinion, that's still pretty live to be a good comparison, because you're only sitting on a 7-goal deficit right now if you're the Stars, but you still got an entire second half to play. So I'm not sure how much they're going to go with the 6th attacker or things like that, but you don't got this wrapped up, not in the indoor game.
And Lovegrove is down. He's rubbing the top of the dome.
Also I thought Pollo might have been out of the box.
He kind of
touched
reached
the ball there. Yeah.
He reached his hand back before he touched the ball, or did he?
Yeah, that's a good. I'm surprised.
There's no VCR visit on this one.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't see a red flag almost immediately.
Well, you look down at the bench for Dallas. They appear fairly world-weary right now. Ambush much more alert. Of course, up 7-0. This falls before Dallas at the center circle. They want Lovegrove. Got to admire the way he's playing. Consummate pro Englishman who has found a home in Dallas. He used to have the bleach hair, the blonde hair. This is a new look for him this season. I am potentially going to adopt this as well.
I was going to say, when was the last time we saw a cultural standout? I don't want to say icon necessarily, but just somebody in the zeitgeist who had the frosted tips, kind of bleached hair look. I feel like he might have been behind
Timberlake
on that
at the turn of the century.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Are you sure? Did the electric slide.
I don't know if you're aware of this, Joey.
The abs of Lackland now hits it into the pink of the post. He won't let Hernandez out. Spills him with $1.58.
That was the better chunk of 30 years ago, Joey. I said recently, has anyone had the frosted tips kind of bleached look like that? I think
Messi had kind of that bleach for a while.
Did he really?
Barcelona, yeah.
That's a good point.
Love that era.
He's also the greatest player in the world.
Lovegrove. And it'll be...
Ronaldo fans don't attack me.
It'll be, I'm sure, reset the trend, the cultural trend by you once you go to the bleach mat. It's about a minute and a half left. Balliet on the foul.
I should just show up for the broadcast, just blonde hair in one day.
Well,
no one say anything. No one ask any questions. Just me and Joey both just bleach blonde, including your beard.
As long as you get it for the beard.
Apparently
the support staff alone. How about that?
The support staff here is collectively shaking their heads at that idea. Apparently, a blonde-haired Joey Zanaboni is not what the people want to see.
It's the kind of thing they'd put in the Ambush Museum one day, right?
We can do the opposite, Joey. What if we just go full gray?
Get a Ziploc bag.
Let's go full gray. Let's go silver fox on them. We'll never see it coming, especially with the last names.
This game's got a fleck or two of gray in it now. Inside of a minute from the halftime break. That's easy for Lackland from Pollo. You cannot throw it into the goal this year. Pollo in front of Balliet.
What is he doing?
What an acrobat he is.
I mean, he's completing side quests at this point.
A dancer. Keto. Lackland cuticles.
Have we seen a goal?
With the foot. I don't think Thomas trying to get the second chance. Now it's texted out.
I don't think we've seen a goaltender do that this entire season, Joey. Jump in front of a guy to win a header instead of just letting the defense play it out. That was unbelievable.
Under 20, Chikunte. Balliet separates him from the ball off the wall. 12, Sidekicks up the right side, looking for a silver lining. Torquato sends it off the board, grabbed by Keto with 5. And this will send us to the Orange Slices after a phenomenal first 30 minutes. Everything clicking for St. Louis. We'll revisit the half's best moments, get you stats, scores around the league, plus hear from Alex Bostavansky and Ashton Fry. You're watching St. Louis Ambush Soccer on MASL TV.
JJ, Nina, Cody, and all their friends. It's the animal dance. Coco Melon, sing along live. Jam with the fam and dance every chance you get in this new musical adventure. Live at the Family Arena, Saturday, June 28th. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.
It's different, but B1 Bank knows that every business owner has similar needs. From streamlining accounts receivables to maintaining access to working capital, a trusted bank is your best asset for staying on top of day-to-day finances and planning for future business growth. At B1 Bank, I know I have access to commercial banking experts who care about the needs of my business and can guide me to accomplish my goals. B1 Bank knows that managing your business isn't simple, but they can help you make it uncomplicated.
Mealtimes are having a moment. A flavorful moment. A moment that's full of golden fried happiness and totally crave-worthy. One that has citrus grilled deliciousness, puts a twist on the classics, and packed with so much flavor that there's something for everyone. A moment you can only discover with the one-of-a-kind chicken and sides of Pollo Campero, crafted to taste like home.
Just hit
What's going on, everyone? This is the MASL in 5. I'm going to get you caught up on everything that's gone down in the league over the past week in just 5 minutes. Let's go.
Reggett as your target forwards and 2 defensive runners.
The Kansas City Comets are flying high this season, and a big reason as to why is the play of superstar forward Zach Reggett. He enters this weekend with 14 goals in just 15 games, despite playing injured for most of the season.
And first day of preseason, I suffered a pretty bad ankle sprain, and that put me back a lot of steps. I'm just happy I'm feeling more 100%. Probably this coming weekend will probably be the first weekend I'll feel 100%. So, I'm excited to personally get rolling maybe a little bit more, but I'm so happy with where, personally my season's been at and how it correlates with the team's success.
Zach was the 2018-2019 MASL Rookie of the Year, playing at that time with the St. Louis Ambush. That came after a successful college career at Trinity International University. But despite his quick success in the MASL, Reggett found the transition to the indoor game to be challenging.
The biggest thing for me was learning how to use the boards quickly. I think that's offensively and defensively, right? A lot of these teams, if you can score a goal, it's great, but if you're also showing up on the defensive film session, that's probably not a good thing as a target. So it's more just learning the bounces and just learning the correct movements. If you can learn a couple of those basics, it just becomes so much smoother transition.
Reggett to the right side, score. That's a hat trick.
The main thing is the boards, and for me, I'm not the fastest player, right? So I use the boards a lot in regards to passing and moves off the board. So I think I got the learning curve a lot quicker than others. But it was a headache for sure. If you're proactive about it and trying to learn, it's super stressful. But man, once it clicks, it's like that, So.
Whatever it might be, Zach is definitely in the zone now. He's one of the league's best. Last season, he shared the Golden Boot Award with Marco Fabian after tallying 35 goals. No question, he's loving the indoor game and playing in Kansas City, which he can't say enough about.
We're averaging, I think it's 5,000 fans, and it's just a complete sports town. And for me, it's the dream. As a kid, you kind of feel like you kind of fulfilled your dream a little bit, right? You didn't dream about playing indoor, but now it's and with where our league is going, there's going to be kids that actually do probably dream to play indoor because of how successful the league is moving.
Zach has also represented his country, playing on the United States national futsal team. But right now, he's laser focused on helping the Comets win the ultimate prize after falling just short in the final last year.
That we're really working hard over here, and we're trying to get over that hump. Losing a final sucks, and we like to say we got a bunch of dogs over here, and we're just trying to manifest that as a group and take it day by day and stay healthy.
Zach Reggett.
Zach Reggett!
Okay, some huge trade news from last weekend. Frank Taiu, the league's all-time points leader, has been traded from St. Louis to Milwaukee in exchange for defender Robert Williamson and cash. a true blockbuster deal. And Moises Gonzalez, who just entered the MASL's 300-point club, has been dealt to the Chihuahua Savage. Talk about the rich getting richer. Gonzalez has put up 11 points so far this season. Wow. Okay, our Green Drop Players of the Week. In goal, Chris Toth from Tacoma. Defensively, it's Chad Vandergriff once again. And offensively, once again, Marco Fabian from the Empire Strikers. Let's start with Marco. Another incredible season. 7 points in 2 Strikers wins last week. 3 goals and 4 assists for Marco. Defender Chad Vandergriff picks up the award once again. He had 1 goal for KC in 2 wins, and more importantly, had 9 blocks for the boys in red. And in goal, Chris Toth, just a monster between the posts for Tacoma last week. 17 saves, 17 of them in 2 Stars wins, as they are pushing for a playoff berth. And of course, all throughout the MASL season, you can stay up to date on everything that's going down in the league by checking out its official social media outlets. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next week.
Wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big stepper, underground methods. Top-notch rules, get the most, nothing little. Straight to the I got that got the boss. Pushing culture, baby, got that body, you can make it.
Take control. Make a healthy change. Maintain a healthy weight. Exercise regularly. Don't smoke or use smokeless tobacco. Eat a healthy diet. Limit alcohol. Protect yourself from the sun and avoid tanning beds. Protect against sexually transmitted infections. Get screening tests. For more 8 Ways tips, visit siteman.woostel.edu/take control.
Technology is an essential part of banking. Whether I need to quickly verify a payment or transfer funds, I know I can keep track of my finances easily and securely. Learn more at b1bank.com. B1 Bank. Be uncomplicated.
Back to my hometown tonight. Something stops me every time. The DJ plays my song and it's all right. We got our hands up because they're playing our song and because the Ambush are up 7-0. Nodding our heads like, yeah, those 24 shots on goal. Moving our hips like, yep. For those 9 saves by Pollo Cortez, only penalty of the half went to the Sidekicks, and it was taken advantage of. Ambush had a party in the USA with a power play goal, 15 seconds left of the first quarter. Part of 5 in the first and 2 in the second. Safe to say this is the best 30 minutes the Ambush have played so far?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be hard to compare it to any other half. I mean, we've had some good second halves to put them back into games, but I mean, this is complete and total domination again. Pollo was just kind of, out there having fun, doing new things that he hasn't gotten to do in a soccer game in a while, I think, during the second half of the second quarter. So yeah, I mean, easily the biggest game so far.
5 different goal scorers in a 5-0 first quarter. Thomas put the exclamation point on it. He's got 4 goals over the last 2 games. Then Colin O'Keefe says, I'll do it too. His first goal of the season with the ambush. O'Keefe, the 6-goal scorer. Drop it, give me 20. O'Keefe, he does have a buzz cut. Araujo, 7 different goal scorers. Rafa, strong man who knows how to shoot a bow and arrow as well. We're going to break. Back with the start of the second half in 3 minutes on MASL TV.
Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASL iFootball, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASL iFootball to sign up, get started, and play. The wait is over. The 2025 MASL season is here. Bigger and better than ever. Get ready for high-speed action, jaw-dropping goals, and fierce competition as your favorite teams battle it out on the field. With intense rivalries, unforgettable moments, and new stars rising, the MASL delivers excitement every week. Get your tickets now and be part of the excitement. Because this season, the action is non-stop.
Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on X. Subscribe today to MASL TV on YouTube. You'll find game rebroadcasts, MASL shows, highlights, and more.
St. Louis by night. From the top of the Gateway Arch to the top of Family Arena, to the top of the scoreboard. 7 up there for the home team, none up there for the Sidekicks. They got a new man between the posts, Juan Gamboa, longtime MASL goalkeeper. He will play in the second half after a disastrous turn by Parker Lackland and the Sidekicks defense in the first 30 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, just you need to make a change. I mean, the defense wasn't great in front of Lackland, but also Lackland was getting his hands on balls that were still somehow finding their way in the back of the net. I mean, that again, it very easily could have been a 4-0 first half for the ambush. So even if you're saying to yourself, well, Lackland probably saves those ones in the second half, and our defense isn't helping him at all, I still think you just have to make the change because you got to change the mindset of the defenders. The person who's behind them affects how they play. Change the mindset there. Put another guy in. You know, Lackland, obviously, his confidence is going to be racked right now. A lot of reasons to make this change.
Locker and Alberti sticking with Puyo Cortez as Terry Woodbury makes the flip to Gamboa. Sidekicks in the green, attacking left to right across your MASL TV screens. Joey Zanaboni, Matt Rocchio on the vocals for you. Balliet works back to the ball on the board, swats it to Lovegrove. Jamie Balliet, Williamson does well. Balliet wanted a Tweety bird. And Sylvester swallowed that. SK. Chikunte back to Hundelt. Disrupted slightly by Valiant. Falls back for Williamson. Starts it back over with Dylan O'Keefe, who had one of our 2 goals in the second quarter. From former sidekick to the former Wave, Robert Williamson. We'll see the Sockers on Friday, the Wave on Sunday next weekend. Tickets at stlambush.com. Lucas to Duduka, back to Almeida. Almeida! Toothbrushed it through for Thomas. Thomas then looking for a whistle. Balliet penned by Hulk and Thomas. Almeida's shot. Gamboa, welcome to the game. Gets the gloves working.
Do you think Duduka's passed the ball like forward in the last 3 days?
He does a lot of that back flick, a lot of that hold up, a lot of that back down. Hulk scored this afternoon / evening in St. Charles, Missouri. Araujo picks off a pass from Gamboa, not for long. Lovegrove.
I need somebody to teach, or I just need to know if Duduka
Influence
knows
it
how to
away.
play basketball, because he would just be Bill Walton.
Ooh. Bill Walton played his greatest ever game right here in St. Louis as Escalera.
Yes, he did.
Pop that way up over the
What do you
frame.
go-
If you don't know,
you
the
go 19 for 20?
1973, he was 21 for 22.
21 for 22 from the field. He
At
went-
the St. Louis Arena in
think
the
it's-
championship game, national championship game.
I think he went like 15
UCLA.
for 15 from the charity stripe as well. I want to say he was perfect from the stripe with a good amount of shots as well.
Chikunte draws the foul. Ambush should get a shot from just outside the bow and arrow. So much St. Louis sports history.
Yes, and
so
Joey,
much of it has passed through the family arena as well.
I would argue that right behind the soccer history being unheralded and not well known near enough for how important it is to American soccer, the history of basketball and its connection to St. Louis.
Oh, yeah.
It's insane, especially college basketball, how important St. Louis really is to the history of it.
Duduka to Thomas. Diving one-handed save by Gamboa. He's made a couple of big ones already, just 2 minutes into his epic journey through this second half.
Lower Marion High School star Kobe Bryant played a high school all-star game here.
Really?
Yes.
So much. Bob Pedant. There's been quite a few. Almeida. Forward through Cristo.
There used to be a blacktop high school kind of all-American tournament that all the big-name high school players, Alonzo Mourning came through St. Louis, Patrick Ewing came through St. Louis in the 90s and the 80s and things like that. Fortunately, not something that comes through anymore, but man, some of the legends that have stepped through here in sports of soccer, obviously baseball, hockey. I mean, Hall of Famers in every sport have touched down in St. Louis.
Tucano's Brazilian Grill QR code, upper corner of the screen. Scan it, make yourself into a fun character. Tag us on social media at STLewisAmbush to win tickets to an upcoming Ambush game. 11:38, 7-0 Ambush being played under the banners of Slobo, Daryl Duran, Jamie Swanner, who's on the bench as an assistant on this Ambush team. And of course the NPSL banner from 1995. Talk about great athletes that have come through here. 30th year anniversary celebration. Axel and Thomas dumping back through Williamson with 11-11. They say it's the luckiest time. Can the Ambush get an 8th goal? Influenced away here by Oscar Romero. And Oscar Romero ends up having to stop after colliding with James Thomas. Thomas wants the call. Ball's going to end up going the Sidekicks way, and the red handkerchief is going to come out. Well, Thomas went down clutching his face, and the veracity of that claim will be at the heart of this challenge by Jeff Locker and Donnie Alberti. First visit to the VCR, they'll pop the cassette in and take a nice long look at this. That the Ambush had a nice look at right in front of the bench.
I don't think you pop cassettes into VCRs.
What did he call those things? Videotapes?
I think that's what they're called.
Videotapes? What is this, Blockbuster?
I just love it. Pop the cassette in the VCR. It's popping the 8-track in the CD player, Joey. It just doesn't work.
You remember the Blockbuster you and I grew up with, right?
Oh, damn right I do. That place was, impactful in
right
my
by Ted
childhood.
Drew's, Jameson,
Yeah.
Blockbuster.
One of
There's
the
a Subway and a Cigarettes for Less right down the same
and
plaza.
And the people who have been doing my dry cleaning my entire life.
Really?
Oh my gosh, yes, Joey, they're the best.
This
there.
goes through the dry cleaner here, and there's going to be a blue card assessed. And the fans are delighted.
I got 4 of my shirts right now.
Matt Rocchio has shown us now where we can dry clean this red handkerchief that's been so successful. Well, we'll dry clean it,
Not to
and
be
we will keep it
biased or anything, but
through regular play. Ambush will still have a challenge as the banishment is finally meted out to Oscar Romero. It's still a free kick for Dallas, so they'll start shorthanded with the soccer ball early in this third quarter. Ambush have already capitalized on 1 power play in this game. Ambush checked into action today. 12 power plays on the season, having scored 4, so now 5 for 13. Good block by Mo. Duduka, it's immediate. Pestered from behind by Nestor. Wanted top shelf, just over. Mo will settle it down. No, he won't. Tipped away by Balliet. Mo ends up down. Duduka swishes it back, and Hundelt will start it from the crow's nest. .30 seconds into the advantage. Hundelt, Almeida. Ambush being held at bay. Hundelt. Escaded Thomas down low. Almeida flick to Duduka. Duduka sends it higher than egg prices. 10:06. 7-0 Ambush, and it's $1.11. That's lucky too, right? 1:11 left in the power play.
I think it's 11-11. Sorry, Joey.
You don't get 3/4 credit for being at 1:11?
Nope, not at all. You get 0 credit. It's all or nothing. It's like a 4-leaf clover in that way.
You get a 3-leaf clover, that doesn't count for 3/4 the lunch.
Jack. You got 3 clovers, you got nothing.
Hundelt. Emailing Almeida. Duduka, Paraboline. Hundelt on the shot, blocked by Nestor Hernandez. And Lovegrove lets it loose to Cortez. Now a half-minute left on the penalty against Oscar Romero. SK. Hulk. Chile down low. Almeida goes softly. Duduka. Back to Chile. Never gets through the forest. And Thomas sends it above the tree line.
Yeah, Thomas also wants to have a discussion with the official because he got leveled by Moises Hernandez to no call.
Yeah, I was about to say, was that maybe a chance for a 5-on-3?
And Hernandez gave him a nice little shoulder, but it didn't look like it was outside of the play. It just kind of looked like 2 guys rushing towards the same area and colliding.
10 seconds with number 10, Almeida.
James definitely didn't agree with that, though.
Chile de-escalating. Hulk behind Almeida, 3 seconds. Romero about to come out of the box. Almeida flick! Thomas hit it off the chest of Gamboa, who chases it out of the rectangle. Bends it to Lovegrove. Duduka catching up to him. Pranced away by Thomas. Back to 5-on-5. Oscar Romero, one of the 3 Romero brothers on the Sidekicks team, out of the box. Foul on the Sidekicks. Ambush go quick. Too quick for everybody, apparently. Whistle does bring it back. One of the Romero brothers, Isai, is a scratch today. And, well, the Romero brothers, all 3 of them were active when we were here earlier in the season, and we were talking about and kind of asking around about other sets of 3 brothers who have played on the same team. Apparently the Schmetzer brothers, 90s, played in Cleveland. And, of course, Brian Schmetzer is now the head coach of the Seattle Sounders. He played St. Louis Storm.
Okay.
I believe in the early 90s before he went over to the Cleveland Crunch. And, yeah, don't get to see all 3 Romero brothers today. But Oscar,
somewhere
the oldest,
in the world,
out of the box.
Somewhere in the world, like a professional or a high-level team had a trio of brothers that played attack, midi, and defense, and I want to find it. That has existed before. I demand that has existed before in this universe, and I want to find it might be like 1912, a first division team in England did it, but I want to find out, Joey.
Rocky is on the research trail. Ambush on the victory trail. 7-0 on MASL TV.
MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. Fans, it's never too early to start talking playoffs. Join 8 of our teams in sunny San Diego as they square off in the MASL Ron Newman Cup playoffs April 5th through the 7th. Ticket deposits are now being accepted. For more information, visit frontwavearena.com.
7:59. We're out of the official timeout. 7-0 Ambush. Halfway through the third stanza, nobody's yet scored in the third quarter. Robbie Christo, active first time this weekend, gets a little takeaway at the equator. Christo ventilates. Thomas back middle. Christo takes a thump off of a Sidekicks defender's leg. Colin O'Keefe, a goal scorer in this game. And snatches it up. Ambush dominated the first half. An offense that's more free-flowing and getting more people involved without Frank Tayu. Frank is playing with the Milwaukee Wave in his first game in a Wave jersey. He has a hat trick, and the only guy who's close to him in the all-time record book for most points and goals in the MASL, well, that is Ian Bennett. He just went over 500 regular season points. Joining Frank is the only two players to do that. Lovegrove! It's repelled by Cortez. Down goes Baliat. Good save by Pollo. Hasn't been extremely tested today by any stretch. Ambush will get a restart in the corner. Williamson prepares to take it, but Pollo, he's got an assist offensively. He's made every save, closing in maybe on a shutout. Down the course of the final 20-plus of this game. Williamson kept it. Now to Duca. Gets it off of Hernandez. Hernandez and Lovegrove, the two standard bearers of the Sidekicks franchise. Diagonal for Hernandez, and it's a bad clearance, and Hernandez was calling for it as Cortez hit it out. It'll go to the top of the arc. Big chance for the Sidekicks to get a goal. By their standards today, they really have not had much going offensively. Set pieces coming into this game. We know both teams so important for both of these squads. Hernandez. Oh, it gets flared to the back post by Rivas. Lovegrove. And Nestor back to Gamboa. Well, he's the man responsible for this scoreless start to the
third quarter. Made a couple of spectacular saves, and he is in for the duration, you would assume. Hernandez lashing. Chikunte jarring. Yuri with Mo, 3-on-2. Yuri wants a second. Hernandez interrupts. Yuri! Just north of the pink bar. Rivas tried to come back and get it. Thomas. The swept back to SK. Inside of 6. Ambush rhythm starting to come together in the third. Yuri from Thomas. Through, grabbed by Araujo. Thomas. Back and forth with Rafa. Got a second crack, one with each foot over the frame. Almeida's header off Rivas. And Mo sends it insanely high. We're talking Willie Nelson levels. Mo hit it, I mean, literally up into the roof and up into the rafters. I think Jen, our great assistant up here in the booth, laughed at that one. Hopefully you did too on MASL TV. Mo just positively hammered it. He can really hammer the ball, as we've been talking about tonight. Wouldn't be surprised if he had a goal. Maybe a little frustration for the Ambush, just because of what it's been in this third quarter. Finish strong. Moises Hernandez. Skipping to Oscar Romero, the man who just came out of the penalty box. Ambush squander a first power play in this third quarter. Had scored on our first of the game back in the first half, end of the first quarter, and just couldn't make the same magic happen in this third.
Joey, speaking of some things in progress, obviously the Wave getting that hat trick from Frank Taiu because they are just dominating the Comets. It's 13-3 in the final frame right now up in Milwaukee. And Kansas City's just getting absolutely creamed right now. And I would mention, Joey, in the pregame show that the Ambush have 6 games against the bottom 6 in the league. Unfortunately, right now, the Milwaukee Wave are bottom 6 team in the league. And so you got 3 more games against them.
Taquito got deflected by a hustling Bennett, I believe, into the gloves of Gamboa. And pardon, that was Oscar Romero.
3 games against the Wave, and they're out here putting up 13 against one of the best teams in the league in the Comets. That schedule that's been so tough all year apparently gets easier, but not thanks to the trade deadline.
Lovegrove! Cortez tattoos it up. Gets himself another crack at what would be now less than 20 minutes away from a shutout, such a rarity in the MASL. You always look forward to if somebody can do it. Be a special weekend for keepers. Paulo played well. I mean, obviously there's 9 goals surrendered, and then Paulo and Pollo giving those up on Friday. He played well on his bobblehead night, and for a guy who's hitting 40 this summer, you always treasure nights like that for Paulo, and now Pollo, who's the younger of the two. Between the pipes, Lovegrove slices it toward him. Pollo, born in '93, MLS vet and well coveted around the MASL and around the world. This is his second stint with the Ambush. He was with us a few years ago and played Kings League over in Italy. Off of Cristo, Lovegrove fields his own pop-up. Williamson on the defense. Hernandez on the shot. Cortez again gets hands to it. Fans applaud. Approvingly, Cortez goes to the floor there, makes the save. Whistle blows. Oh, Pollo Cortez stopping the sidekicks shorter than a Shetland pony at a Sabrina Carpenter concert. This guy's been something else today. Jeff Stahlhu leading this crowd in an appreciative round of applause. They want to see a shout out as well. 18 away from it. Ambush up 7-0. Offense has stalled in the third quarter, but it was spectacular in the first half. Thomas gently brings it down against Odell. And Dion!
Thomas! Melton faces like a microwave salesman at a snowman building contest!
Slides through on the perfect assist from Mo.
Is it a snowman building contest because it's the 8th goal of the game? Ambush taking 8-0 lead. Mo NDI, silky little leave off there from James Thomas, who continues his hot weekend. By the way, James Thomas, something about the month of March for the man. Last year, Joey, James Thomas in back-to-back games went for 3 goals and assists against the Comets and then 4 goals against Milwaukee. Has the hat trick on Friday, puts together a brace today. James Thomas seems to be feeling himself here as we turn over from February to March.
Going to be back-to-back hat tricks for him, and it's 4 assists for Mo.
4 assists for Mo. How about the game? He has quietly been dishing it up today.
Really seeing him achieve his full form. A guy who missed the first game of the season, missed the first couple of games of the season. Had to kind of get fit, get in shape, and get used to what they could do here. A lot of options for him, and Mo, he's picked out the right guy. Poyo disrupts, Briggs on the floor, sprays up toward SK. Back hitter by Baliat. Silva tries to joust it through, undealt. Got the block, now Yuri. He tries to push it out toward Araujo. Oh. Yuri stuck the boot back, turned the boot over. Couldn't quite control it. Kicks $1.45 in the third. Just about time, you would think, for them to go to a 6th attacker. Just to maybe get something on the board. The result seems long gone. We'll see if they do it at some point in the 4th. Oscar Romero. Lovegrove through the gutter. Thomas makes it raindrop back to him. 60 left in the third. 8-0 ambush. 1 goal scored in this quarter. A gorgeous one. Kido. Paintbrushes back. Williamson. Ambush looking to move to 4-2 in the last 6. And kicks. This would drop them to 2-4. Got savaged last night. Flew in today. Tough travel for a Sidekicks roster that is depleted. Williamson.
Also, Joey, huge for the ambush. This would just be
Jet streams it to the corner. Daduka gets it.
Just the 3rd time that they've won games, back-to-back games in a row. Games 4 and 5 on the seasons, games 12 and 13, and potentially right here adding on 2 more back-to-back wins in games 16 and 17. So not a lot of times have they been able to combine these wins like this.
8's great. This is St. Louis Ambush Soccer on MASL TV.
Technology is an essential part of banking. Whether I need to quickly verify a payment or transfer funds, I know I can keep track of my finances easily and securely. Learn more at b1bank.com. B1 Bank. Be uncomplicated.
Meal times are having a moment, a flavorful moment. A moment you can only discover with the one-of-a-kind chicken and sides of Pollo Campero, crafted to taste like home.
Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on X. Catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV and on CBS Sports Golazo. Alex Bostavansky and Phil Levanko are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics. Disagree with a call tonight? You might just see it on the MASL's most controversial show, Under Review, with Phil Levanko and MASL head referee Ryan Sigich. Catch it every Friday on YouTube.
The King. King Louis the 9th.
Yes, we got it. Remember, we got it right this time. We didn't screw it up.
Tough to remember all those Lewises, but well, I guess that's our favorite one.
Well, the funny thing,
outside the art museum,
the
right?
fun thing is you can just take a dart that's called with a label that's Louis or Charles, and just throw it at a timeline of French history, and you got about a 45% chance of getting it right most times.
Louis Charles.
Just keep throwing those darts. I don't know.
And when you know it,
after you hit a point throwing some Napoleons, you'll hit like 4 of those.
St. Louis, St. Charles, the St. Charles Family Arena. We're steeped in French history out here.
That's not connected, is it? That's not like a real connection, is it? Am I that dumb?
Subconscious, right?
No, but St. Charles isn't a King Charles.
St. Charles, King Charles, Louis.
Son of a! Now I gotta Google these things, Joey.
St. Louis ambush in St. Charles, Missouri Family Arena, Axios Field. 8 on the board. One of them came in the third quarter.
Not the only thing we're Googling is obscure facts about history because Joey...
Coming down the right side! Oh, almost squeezes it through the legs of Hernandez.
Well, Pollo's got to get back on his horse right now, Joey, because there has not been a shutout.
Maybe we'll take it.
There has not been a shutout in the entire 2024-2025 MASL season. Right now, the Ambush are playing with a little league history for this season. There has not been a shutout. There have been 2 games with just 1 goal scored, and both these teams were involved. The Ambush scored just 1 goal in Harrisburg. And in Milwaukee, the Dallas Sidekicks scored just 1 goal in a 14-1 trouncing at the hand of the Wave earlier this year. But there have been no shutouts in this season in the MASL.
Matt Rocchio on the research. Sidekicks on the foul against Rafael Araujo. 60 seconds in, and the shutout might be more interesting than the result. Ambush had trouble holding on to a lead against Utica, but this is pretty well insulated.
Do you think we'll see a 6th attacker outside of the last 5 minutes, Joey?
Self in the hand. It stayed away. Sidekicks take it across the midfield stripe. Yeah, I think they'll do it.
Probably about the 8-minute mark again.
Some point.
You just have to. You're getting nothing. 11 shots on goal to the 32 by the Ambush.
Yeah.
Started off at a 13-2 discrepancy, so it's gotten worse.
Just past Pollo from Lovegrove. Listless a bit. The Sidekicks offense has looked. Got it to their bread and butter. Lovegrove is second one. Thomas on the defensive end disrupted. Romero pulls it back and just fearless stuff. Uri slides in front and got chopped right in the leg. 13 to go. Great defense. You can tell the guys want to get this for Pollo. Pollo is down in the Lone Star State. MASL action. He's been really all over the world. Faced off against 12 shots on goal tonight and 32 for St. Louis. Oh, Diduka takes it from Lovegrove with Keto. Diduka blows a bubble to Gamboa. He was going down courtesy of Hernandez as he did it. Lovegrove lashing diagonally just out of the reach of Rivas. Rivas ends up on a free vacation in the corner as Hundelt confronted him. It set up basically a corner kick for the Sidekicks, 12-14. Away from the first shutout in the MASL this year. Lovegrove goes low. Romero off the wall. Cortez got gloves to it. Lovegrove fell over.
Pollo's hurt.
Cortez is down, clutching the top of his head.
Yeah, he took a shot.
Oh, Lovegrove checking on him, and this
it
is
looks
bad
like
for
it looks like
Cortez.
It looks like the toe of Lovegrove's boot might have caught Pollo right in the center of his face. I don't know if he got him in the eye, but as you can see it here, Lovegrove challenges. Oh, his knee, excuse me, his knee
came right through, yeah.
right in the forehead or eye. Oh, with the full force. Yeah, Pollo should not. I mean, I don't think Pollo should play the rest of this game. I mean, just head
Paulo's
trauma
already
kind of
off the bench,
considerations.
and Athletic Care
Yeah.
has come onto the field
Yeah,
to help
there's no
Pollo
reason.
Cortez. This
You
is the
take a-
start.
You take a knee to the forehead like that. Oh man, let's
It
just hope
is
he's
tough.
okay.
The start of a process to evaluate him, and of course, it's also the start to Athletic Trainer Appreciation Month. The Ambush would like to thank Brent, Deja, and Aaliyah from Athletic Care for serving once again as our athletic training crew. Pollo Cortez sustaining a head injury, 8-0 Ambush, 12:07. Paulo off the bench to check in on him as well, and good to see Robbie and Lovegrove watching over a good friend in Pollo Cortez. Well, the Ambush here at Family Arena, a makeup game against the Dallas Sidekicks to start the month of March. Jeff Locker looking on. The Ambush are hosting Family Night on Friday, March 7th. And we hope to have you out here for that as well. Today is Cancer Awareness Night at the Family Arena. The Ambush do have these Kick Cancer Awareness jerseys on sale. You can bid on your favorite player's jersey by visiting stlambush.com. All proceeds will benefit the Siteman Cancer Center Discovery Fund. And good to see Pollo Cortez on his feet and in that forehead area, kind of tenderly evaluating. He's got the shutout going. One last look at this. Pollo's going to come off the field. Gives Paulo a high five and a handshake. Pollo Cortez getting a moving hand in appreciation, and now Paulo, who normally will start the first half, and then Pollo will start the second half. Paulo Nascimento, the longtime Ambush vet, celebrated with a bobblehead last night. He talked after the game with Angela Sharp, said, win this one, playoffs are very possible, and you can definitely make them. Ujo loses that, and it's smacked away by Briggs. Again, the Ambush sending balls with plenty of oomph.
I want one ball to end up in the upper deck this season. Just one. It's possible. I know it is.
Send
I've
it
seen the
to
way you
us.
guys kick it. Remember when we had the goal kick a few weeks ago that cleared part of the rafters? See, that cleared one of the low-hanging pieces
it cleared
of rafter
like
here?
Yeah, the rafter between the rafter and the catwalk.
That was awesome.
The moon ball.
The moon ball. By the way, Joey, doing a little research during the injury. I'm glad Pollo is okay. St. Charles, named after an Italian. That's a win for you and I on that one. We'll chalk that one
Which
up.
Italian was it?
Charles Borromeo.
Really?
He was
That was my cousin's best friend.
He was the Archbishop of Milan. And, of course, now that I say it, I realize that there's literally a school named after him in St. Charles called St. Charles Borromeo, and just didn't think about that one, so I feel kind of dumb on that now. But, hey, we learned something new, and you guys got to learn with me, and that's fun.
That's where my family was from, is Milan.
There you
Cristo
go.
touches it.
Oh, you're a Northern Italian? Oh, wish you wouldn't have told
He
me
and
that.
his family traced back to Croatia. He is coming up slow and limping a bit as he goes toward the bench. He never actually went down on the ground, but coming out of the run kind of slow and just kind of limps toward the bench, wondering if Cristo is going to return for this final 11:37. Suffered a knee injury end of last year and has played sparingly this season, though he's practiced quite a bit with the team. 11 and a half.
No reason not to play it safe with Robbie. He looked just so rejuvenated in that first half. No reason to cut into that. Let him take an early shower.
Lovegrove off the wall. SK toothpicks it toward the penalty box where only the Sidekicks have been.
Joey, we talked about this already, about the potential for a sixth attacker. No sixth attacker jersey has been deployed yet onto the
Oh, from Gamboa. Oh, Noah. Lovegrove. His header will pierce the shutout. And Pollo Cortez, a hint of a smile as he ices his head.
What an incredibly unlikely goal. The long ball, just a perfect angle. Pollo just takes 2 steps to cover his
Paulo,
Paulo covers to cover the close post. He took 2 steps into Lovegrove, and Lovegrove just gets the exact perfect looping, parabolic, as Joey Zanaboni likes to call it, ball off the head, and just Paulo had just taken 2 steps to his right, and it takes him out of position,
and just a
and
minute
it
after
ruins the clean sheet.
Just a minute after he came in for Pollo. If you're just joining us, Pollo, kind of a scary moment, was down for about 5 minutes. Head injury on the bench, and that was him smiling and kind of looking on Riley. Looks like he's all right health-wise. That's the good news. And Paulo, it's tough. That's a wonderful play, though, by Gamboa and Lovegrove. 2 players, talking about the pillars of this team. Gamboa off the bench in the second half, and I would say injecting a little more fight into his team. You can see him marshaling the forces now as they bang it off the wall around Paulo. There will not be the first MASL shutout of the season at the Family Arena, but still a very special day. We'd love if you could join us on Friday as well. Ambush versus Sockers for $125. You get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, and a large popcorn. Purchase your family pack at stlambush.com/family pack. Gamboa slithering, Baliet dragging. That's cool. Hits it off of Yuri. Back to Nestor Hernandez. Hernandez, Lovegrove, Gamboa. These are the familiar names, trying to keep them in a fight for the playoffs. Baliet goes down courtesy of Mo.
I like how Mo is just always primed for some kind of response after every defensive play now. Some kind of hand motion, some kind of oratory to the skies. And this time it gets him in trouble.
Being Expedia.com over to the penalty box. Ambush, it takes until 9:45 in the 4th for us to enter the sin bin. Mo, all he can do is smile sometimes. 3 on the wall. Lovegrove pushes it outside. Romero back to Hernandez! Paulo! Big diving save at the outset of the kill.
Hey, 1 goal per minute. This is a game.
Lovegrove to Hernandez. I think that may have hit Baliet.
They keep doing this, they'll start doing it.
He was in front with Paulo. Paulo was trying to get 2. Lovegrove. Frisbee back door. Romero sweeping cross. Lovegrove. Goal scorer gives to Silva. Swish through for Baliet. Romero picks it up on the other end. Less than 9. About 75 seconds left on the power play for Dallas. Hernandez disrupted perfectly by Chicunte, and it skitters away to the other side. Dallas 17 power plays, scoring 4 times across those 17 so far this year. Hernandez. Lovegrove stuffed by XK, and that clock drizzles down to about 45. Romero through the middle off the wall. Paulo gets 2, gets knifed to the floor by the Bellicino's side.
Oh, I could do for a grinder right now, Joey. I'll tell you this right now.
Do for what now?
I could go for a grinder.
What in the world's that?
That's the sandwiches they had at Bellicino's. I believe they call them grinders there.
Daduka!
Yeah, thank you very much to Jen, who's giving me the correct nod. Like Joey's over here gaslighting me into thinking I don't know my Italian sub places.
I thought you were saying you could go for a grinder like a guy who's going to win us this game with grit.
Oscar?
You know, I see where you're going with there. No, I'm mainly just focusing on sandwiches. He's trying to get all, deep with it all. I'm just talking about sandwiches, Joey. I'm already thinking about food.
Bellacinos.
I didn't stop thinking about food.
It's huge. Lovegrove, that's huge.
We
From
got
Paulo.
Tucano's Brazilian Grill. We got Bellacinos, The Post. Great food all over the place.
And we got Mo out of the box.
I wasn't focusing on that.
Lovegrove.
Here, Joey, that's what the Italian places like to call their sandwiches sometimes, is grinders.
Hundel.
That tells me, and I see the word grinder on the menu, tells me I'm going to buy that sandwich.
7-16. Ambush have eaten the Sidekick sandwich this evening at the Family Arena. 8-1 on MASL TV.
From the from the
21-time nominated Grammy Award winner Dwight Yoakam. The Cosmic Roundup and Rodeo Tour. April 24th, 7 p.m., the Family Arena. With special guest, the Mavericks. On sale at the Carroll House Furniture Box Office located at the Family Arena or Ticketmaster. Dwight Yoakam Live.
7:16 to go. A 7-goal lead for the St. Louis Ambush. Joey Sanaboni, Matt Rocchio up here for you at the Family Arena. Third game of the weekend between the Ambush and the Ambush 2. Ambush 2 fell to the Iowa Demon Hawks before the Ambush won 10-9 against Utica on Friday. Lovegrove has the only goal of the game for the Sidekicks. Paulo picks it up in the rectangle. Goes short with Briggs. Mo crosses the equator. Monster game, 4 assists, pulls back. Smacks it into a defender in front of the goal. Mo, fantastic. One of his best games. Guy who likes to set other people up, prides himself on his passing.
And again, based on his reactions, prides himself on his defense, too.
Playing that role and blocking a ton of shots to go with it. Yuri to Williamson. Duca. Oh, Yuri!
I mean, just workman goals for Riley Yuri today.
Gorgeous footwork, though. Duduka, Yuri, tight spaces.
Where did Duduka throw that pass, Joey? Was it by chance behind his back and backwards?
Look at that.
And what a move by Yuri. Just a quick little step over, sets himself up, and he goes skinny post to beat Gamboa. Short side to Gamboa's left. Yuri's right. And again, we didn't get it there on the highlight, but of course, look at the back heel pass from Duduka. We've been joking about it, but he's been pulling them off like they're just regular little feeds the last 3 days, and he's gotten 4 or 5 assists from it. Credit to Duduka The build-up play has been fantastic tonight, and Riley Urey really showing himself as a great addition to the Ambush at the deadline.
2 goals for Urey.
Yep.
Ambush
doubled his career, his season total already.
Back to an 8-goal lead to match the largest lead of the game. Valiant.
Or added 50% to his total, I should say.
Gets into a little collision there inside the goal line. Hundelt will restart it in the back. And Pollo surrendered the goal. I mean, it was cool. Call it a freak goal. Gamboa, basically the length of the field,
goal.
hits it to Lovegrove, and Lovegrove pops a header over Paulo. Paulo dove back, desperate to
if you're going to end a
Pollo
clean sheet,
shutout.
if you're going to end a clean sheet, Joe,
Araujo down Hundelt.
You got to do it in impressive fashion.
Araujo!
Speaking of impressive fashion.
Almost. Rafa in the corner. Rafa wins it back with the help of Hundelt. Wanted SK on the sharp side of it. Dallas disrupts. 5+ left in a busy soccer weekend. Welcome to March in St. Louis. Ambush looking to make the playoff push. Those start early April. Briggs, clean take against Lovegrove. Christian DeLucas. Almeida, Araujo appeared in front of the goal. Odell pushing out through Rivas. Hernandez. He keeps it, reaching back behind himself. Now he runs into Quito, and Quito
still got a Dallas player on the ground.
Yeah, Hernandez down. Quito, he was like, what did I do? But Quito goes into the bin.
I believe that's the first time we've seen Ryan Quito get put in the box in his MASL career.
Penalty kill. Quito.
It is, in fact.
That's always tough your first time, right?
It's the second penalty blue card he's ever pulled in his career. 2 penalty minutes in the short MASL career of Ryan Quito. Make it 4.
Well, I'd rather see it go all the way to 2 and keep these guys off the board rather than get them out early.
You're right.
Fortuitous here. Chacunte can take wax off the time candle. Wanted to get foul called. Nothing doing from this red-clad refereeing crew. 40 seconds gone by. Hernandez. Romero on the other side of the turf. Lovegrove. Hernandez down low goal. Well, Silva goes up and scores. Lead shrinks to 7. Quito comes out of the box. Clock stops at 3:56 left in the fourth.
Ambush letting things slip a little bit here in the fourth. Probably won't be enough, but credit to Dallas, who will not have their lowest goal total of the season today. Would not be the first team to get shut out in the season as they put in goal number 2. And I guess just get the ball down to that little left side dead area, Joey, and go to work from the corner, because that's the both of the goals have come for the Sidekicks today. Nothing really Polo can do about that. Just a perfect piece of offensive work there.
Duduque and Almeida in the center circle. Restarted for the Ambush. 3:45.
I got to be a little I'm a little disappointed that we never even saw the 6th attacker jersey come out on the Dallas bench.
Duduque to Almeida.
You're not going to win this game by playing 5-on-5 straight up for these last 5 minutes, for these last 8 minutes. You've eliminated it only to what it was at half, which is a 7-goal game. I'm just a little disappointed we haven't seen the urgency.
Of course, though, the guy that gets the assist on the best goal for the Sidekicks ends up being the goalie, so maybe it does pay off for Terry.
That's true, but I mean, we saw the aggressiveness from Utica on Friday when they went down by 4 to go to extra attacker with 8 minutes left in the fourth, one of the earliest triggers we've ever seen pulled on that decision, and it almost worked. It brought the game into a manageable 2-goal game where they could kind of play the last couple minutes with a chance to make things even, and for some reason, the Dallas Sidekicks tonight just never decided to try that roll of the dice.
Rivas sent it to the far post. Paulo guides it out. Came in with about 8 left in this game for an injured Pollo Cortez, who had taken a shutout to that point. It was 8-0. Now it's 9-2. Both goals go to Paulo, but unexpected duty. He thought Pollo would go the distance today. Yuri commits the foul. He's got 2 goals. Mo NDI has 4 assists. James Thomas has a couple of goals after putting together a hat trick on Friday. Lot of candidates for our Under the Yellow Umbrella All-Star of the game. SK fences that, or a Ujo shot. Stopped by a diving Gamboa. Yuri turnage, or a Ujo. It drifts away to Gamboa. He's, I think, injected some dignity back into this game, as Lovegrove takes it back. It looked like the Sidekicks didn't really want to be out there in the first half, but second half rallied by Gamboa. This is a positive for him. It's just a difficult stretch, really difficult stretch. Injuries and a schedule that's very congested. Last night to tonight, long flights.
Hey, though, that kind of
demoralizing loss against Chihuahua, I'm sure, as well.
That kind of stuff can affect you. Look what just happened to the Comets tonight, Joey. I mean, really bad, really short travel schedule going up against a team at home that's got a new weapon in Frank Tayu, and they go down 14-3. It's a tough league, and those schedule dates, those travel dates, they can bite even the best teams.
It's Paulo with Chile. 75 seconds left in a 9-2 ambush victory. Chicunte. Pressured by Lovegrove, elides it. Williamson, Dequito. Almeida to Chicunte. We'd like to say thank you to John Elam, our entire production crew at Family Arena. Terrific stuff. Jen with us up in booth. Jeff Walker, Shelly Clark, the entire Ambush family. This game will go down as a W. Oh, stopped by Gamboa.
And a very important W again. 6 of 8 games against the bottom 6 teams in the league. One of those teams, though, is the Wave, who just ripped apart the Comets. And a couple of those games against the Wave are away games. So not the easy side of the schedule you thought maybe the Ambush had in the back half. They're going to finish the season with one of the, if not the hardest schedule in the entire league.
Lovegrove off of Williamson, off the wall, inside 10. Ambush 9.
Lovegrove refuses to give up.
Sidekicks 2, but it'll have to wait 1.3 seconds. Gives these fans time to get to their feet. Guys are already starting to shake hands, though Lovegrove is in locked-in mode. Mo out of the corner, just touches it. Horn blows, Ambush victorious at Family Arena. Back within 2 points of a playoff spot. Could book a ticket out to Oceanside, California. A couple of good results. Tacoma in 8th, right now Idle. They'll be at 20, Ambush will be at 18, Sidekicks will be at 15. This is down the stretch of the season. And the Ambush are starting to play some of their best soccer. This team that parted ways with Frank Tayu just last week. It seems to be a win-win for both, as Frank has scored a hat trick for the Wave. And now the Ambush have so many different varied attackers, putting together 19 goals across 2 games. Great performance from Pollo Cortez. He was magnificent, and looks like his head injury is all right. He is able to smile and laugh with the guys. Robbie Cristo coming back from injury. He makes an appearance today. Pollo Cortez, he will say it's all love with Jamie Lovegrove. We'd love to have you back on Friday night. Family night at the Family Arena in St. Charles against the Sockers. Purchase the family pack to get tickets and dinner for 4. That family pack plus dinner for 4. Visit stlambush.com/family pack for more information. The Ambush against the Sockers and the Wave with Frank Tayo next weekend should be very, very tasty. Joey Zanaboni, Matt Rocchio going to be rejoined in just a moment by Angela Sharp. Another big win for St. Louis.
Absolutely. They needed it again. You have the runway in front of you. You know what you have to do. You got to take every possible point that's ahead of you, especially against teams that aren't in the playoff position. And that's this game against the Sidekicks and another game against the Sidekicks. And so you have to walk away with wins there. And I think they also have one more win against another game against another one of the non-playoff teams. So there are winnable games. There are points available. You got to take them.
Riley Uri is with Angela Sharp. Take it away, Angela.
All right, I have Mr. Riley Uri himself down here for our post-game interview. 2 goals on the night, and the first 2 with the St. Louis Ambush. Can we talk about it?
Sure.
Okay, so does that help you? Does it make you feel better when you get those goals out of the way with one team?
Yeah, I mean, it feels good, obviously, to break the seal. But I'm just happy to be playing football, you know, the game I love. And it doesn't really matter where I'm at. As long as I'm playing the game, I'm happy.
Just as long as you're playing your game, you're happy. Well, what do you think about the game? It's got to be this game right here all the time. What do you think about these St. Louis Ambush fans that have been cheering you on today?
They're good. I love it. You know, I was born in St. Louis, and just coming back, you know, feeling the love is really nice. I hear a lot of the fans, you know, when I step on the pitch, and I appreciate it. Of course, I've bounced around a little bit in my early career, so it's nice to hear fans every place I go, so I appreciate it.
Is it different being from St. Louis, playing for the Ambush, than it is playing for a different team?
You're
trying to answer this diplomatically, I can tell. I can see the diplomatic thoughts going.
Not really. Honestly, I've played all over the world, so I'm just happy to be playing the game. It feels good, though.
You guys had a huge start for the first half, 7 goals out of the way. Were we backing off on purpose during that second half, giving ourselves a little bit of a breather?
No, we were not backing off on purpose. I think we let off the gas a little bit. I think we got a little complacent, and yeah, that's something we can take from this game, is making sure we keep our foot on the gas all 4 quarters.
Keep that foot on the gas. Well, good luck in your next game. And St. Louis Ambush fans, let's hear it for Mr. Uri and his first 2 goals with the St. Louis Ambush.
Hometown kid Riley Uri with Angela Sharp. Thanks for joining us as we wrap it up at the Family Arena. Ambush win 9-2. We'll look forward to the Ambush's next match right after this on MASL TV.
Restore Chesterfield is the official wellness and recovery center for your St. Louis Ambush. We offer cryotherapy, IV drips, hyperbaric oxygen, and so much more. Bring your ticket stub and receive 1 free core service. See you soon, and go Ambush!
9-2. Dallas Sidekicks pay a visit to the St. Louis Ambush, and the Ambush welcome them in style. St. Louis victorious in St. Louis, Missouri. A 7-goal win, 39 shots on goal for St. Louis. 10 block shots for the Sidekicks. They had a valiant effort, but in the end, the Ambush dominated this game. Pollo Cortez went to 8 minutes in the fourth quarter, got hurt. They got a couple of goals late against Paulo. All in all, though, a perfect weekend for the Ambush. Win both. Now we have 2 next weekend. Let's talk Sockers. 7 o'clock on Friday. What do you expect from that match?
It's going to be a tough matchup. That's one you're really going to be looking to walk away with points from. So that's one more, if you can get a point, just anything, if you can force overtime and get a point there, that's house money when you talk about this playoff race. That's what we're going to be talking about. If this defense can keep showing up like this, maybe they can muck one out 5-4.
Friday against San Diego. Get your tickets, stlambush.com, 7 o'clock first kick. Right here. I'm Joey Zanaboni. He's Matt Rocchio. We're saying so long from the Family Arena. This has been St. Louis Ambush Soccer on MASL TV.
With Kickaroos is he loves putting on the jersey every Saturday. He comes out, enjoys being part of the team, playing around with the ball, learning the game from his coaches, and skills that can last him a lifetime.
This is what young kids sports should be like. It should be fun, it should be engaging, it should be positive. And my son Henry, when I tell him today is Thursday, he's like, is tomorrow soccer day? It's like, no, tomorrow's Friday, and then Saturday is soccer day. For a 4-year-old to have that sort of desire to keep doing an activity, it says a lot about the program. I feel like every coach we've interacted with, they truly enjoy working with the kids. So at the end of the practice, I make it a mission of mine to say thank you and say, hey, how is my kid doing? And they're all like, oh, he's having so much fun, and we love having him, and so it's clear that everybody involved really enjoys kids.
I love soccer so much, and just being a part of the game, being able to coach kids, and being able to influence them at such a young age in this great sport, it's really something.
The Post Sports Bar and Grill. Use promo code AMBUSH online for a buy one, get one free cheesesteak. The Post Sports Bar and Grill. Stay posted.
Starting a new business isn't simple, but B1 Bank can make it uncomplicated. I know I can count on B1 Bank to understand my vision for my business and provide banking solutions personalized to my needs. If you're looking to start or grow your own business, B1 Bank can help establish a seamless plan for future growth. Build a relationship with an accessible bank that truly understands your business needs. Connect with a B1 banker today. Learn more at b1bank.com/business.